Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
I'm in 87 and we're at 35. Thank you.
I know, but you're an 87 that's like almost 86.
I know. That's why I'm saying I'm 35. Thank you. So don't rob me of those years yet, please.
My friends that are born in like 1979 used to say that to me all the time. I'd be like, you guys are old as fuck. They're like, bro, you're fucking 31 days into 1980. Like, you're virtually in 1979. I'm like, no, I'm not virtually anything but 1980, homie.
Yeah, motherfucker, don't you rob me. Shit.
The calendar has to flip before I fucking change.
Facts. I know the pregame was already strong for two of us, so I think it's time we just get into this. What do you guys say?
Yeah, I'm good. You go.
I'm down to throw another one real quick too, though.
All right. Well, let's get into this show in podcast 2 now.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy Frames Janklin, and you guys better have all your Shedtime essentials ready because it's about that time for the Shedtime podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Shedtime podcast, the show about anything and everything and everything in between. And wow, guys, I'm already fried. As we mentioned, the pregame got me going good because I made hash. From some of that.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. I saw that.
Yeah, from some of that giant keef ball that I showed last week. And it came out really, really good.
Which you can see if you follow Shedtime Podcast on Instagram, because I know that there was a post put up.
100%. I wanted to make a little teaser about it because I definitely wanted to talk a little bit about this hash. Because guys, like people listening, please don't be intimidated by the idea of making your own hashish. It's really, really not hard.
People have been doing it for a long time with less information.
Absolutely. And I mean, nowadays, the technique I use, literally, all you need is a glass mason jar that's round that you can put some boiling water in and some parchment paper. That's all you're going to need. But I mean, you guys can go out and get some nice bubble hash, make your own bubble hash, whatever you want to do. Get some really high quality trichomes. Get that all together, put it inside parchment paper, get that boiling water inside of a glass mason jar, seal that sucker up and start using it as a heated rolling pin and just press and roll. And as it starts to express the oils, fold it, keep it pressing and rolling. And
so you're never removing anything, right? Like you're just ultimately just like heating up everything and it just turns into like what hash is as opposed to...
Correct.
Like you're not like removing something or adding something to it. You're just adding heat.
That's it. It's heat and pressure. You're taking the really high quality trichome heads, because keef in the bottom of your grinder, you can do this with it too, but it's not going to be the same quality. But it's the same idea as keef. It's just the crystals that are coming off of the plant material. And so it's all just kind of folded up inside. You're pressing it with heat, and that's expressing the oils to come out. And that heat causes it all to stick and create. Yeah,
so that's how come there still is ash with hash.
Exactly. And so you're rolling, and as you're getting it to completely express itself and get that nice dark color, you're going to go in and fold it up. That way you double it up and keep going, and double it up, keep going. And eventually you're going to get to this nice, fully expressed, dark, brownish, darkish green color. And you'll be able to just roll that sucker up into a nice tube like you see it on the Instagram, or like I got this little guy here that I'm pulling away from right now. And
yeah,
oh, it smells good. It's got that really nice, like hard taffy consistency. I can just pull a nice chunk off, break it up.
Did you say this nice little guy right here? That's not a little piece of hash.
That's not really a little piece of hash.
That's a nice chunk of hash.
That's like a couple grams minimum.
I mean, it was half of what I had available to make it with. So to me, it's a little guy.
Oh, it's like a chunk. It's a chunk, a little chunk of what you had.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I've given
You
some
could
of
have
that
made a
away.
brick, is what you're saying.
As I mentioned in the last episode, the homie Ringo, he hooked it up, gave me that giant chunk. So I had to, of course, give him a chunk of the hash I made with it so that he could taste it.
In this instance, Ringo was a star, for real. Sorry, everybody. I know that might have hurt some people just by me making that joke, but it was a real one, though.
Yo,
it was legit. Don't hate. Please.
That was gold. That was gold.
Make sure you guys go check us out on shedtimepodcast.com.
Oh man. But yeah, so I'm enjoying the shit out of that. I have a whole bunch of weed too. Like I got this Apex that I'm finishing up that's really good. I've got this GMO, of course, kicking around.
Oh,
I love
dude.
some GMO.
Dude, I've been to
till you
this
hear my
now
selection
3
this
times,
week, man.
bro. 3 times looking for GMO, and I've had to like leave without it, and it's my own fault because like I never end up grabbing like a fucking real large amount. I always just grab like a half quarter of like GMO and then like a couple grams of something else. So it's my own fault. But I've been out of GMO now for like 3 weeks, and I'm starting to just fucking Jones for it.
It's
Like
Dude, I
bad.
got quite the selection this week myself.
well, I know you hit a sativa that fucking rocked you hard pre-show. So
Yeah, dude,
I want to know about what the strain and everything was.
Because as you guys know, I like to go to the dispensary either right before the podcast or maybe a day before the podcast. Just, make sure I got, some fresh stuff to partake while we do the show. And this week, actually, I kind of went hard, as I've known to do a few times, like as Chris would say. In this aspect, when I go to the dispensary, sometimes I do go hard when I pick up my selection. But the sativa I was talking about, Sean, was some diamonds from Stizzy yet again. Because hold on, dropped one of them. Another diamonds from Stizzy. It's some acai berry. Very, very nice color and fucking complexion to it. Really fucking stony. As Sean was saying, I took a nice dab of it. That's what it looks like for the patrons. Very nice, tasty diamond, sort of saucy consistency there. Dude, it's definitely a super heady fucking high, man. Like I was just sitting here for a while and I was just like, man, I can't stop thinking about how much pressure I feel in my eyes right now. Like that's all I could think about. And the next one I got, shout outs to my boy Swaggins, because when I told him what I picked up, he got this stuck in my head because I picked up some cherry bomb. And then that song was stuck in my head for like the entire drive home. But yeah, so I just took a dab of this, a nice hybrid. Yet again, another diamond consistency. This one's got a little bit more of a golden sort of complexion to it. Very, very nice. Very terpy. This one's definitely more of that hybrid feeling so far, because I'm definitely get a little bit of body tingles so with that hit that I just took. But to kind of go along with what Sean picked up there, and sorry, Chris, that you missed out this time, but I picked up some GMO batter from West Coast Cures because it was GMO, and I was like, yeah, I need that.
Oh, don't worry, dude. I already know that next time I see it, I'm
still
getting
looks
like
pretty tasty, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
And it definitely has those nice garlicky, oniony, mushroomy kind of umami notes to it. Very tasty stuff. Took a little dab of that one yesterday, so we might get a little bit in on the show today. I got a couple more here, guys. Sorry, this might take a second. I'm gonna try to go fast. Got some this one's triangle mints, another diamonds. This one I haven't gotten into yet, but it's looking pretty good as well. This one's definitely got a nice gold complexion to it. Definitely more of that indica. Some banana mac too, which is one that was super, super interested in. Took a dab of it last night, and it's got a nice kind of like banana-y sort of like flavor going on there, but with that nice sort of of course, Miracle Alien cookies going along with it. And last but not least, this one was the one I was most excited about because it's the most flavorful that I think I got out of them. And I think it was the highest testing out of them all. But it was some watermelon papaya from West Coast Cures, dude. And this is that their sauce. And they do a good sauce, man. If you can't see, you're in that, like, just super saucy, super terpy. Dude, I took a dab of it and it literally tasted like watermelons and like sort of like that papaya sort of note that you get from those strains. And dude, it had me sitting here in the chair just fucking lit. I watched Jackass Forever, the newest Jackass, and I was just laughing my ass off because I was just lit. And yeah, dude, it was a good time. Yeah, that's what I got going.
Laugh even if you're sober as fuck, to be honest. Like,
honestly, if you guys have not seen Jackass
like
Forever, you need to see it, bro, because it brought me back to those days, Chris. It brought me back to a kid watching Jackass and just seeing these dudes as old as they are still doing their fucking thing, but also slightly kind of passing the torch to some of the newer like guys that are kind of still holding the scene down. It's pretty dope. It's worth a watch, but be prepared. You know what I mean? It's true to that Jackass nature of, you know, some are cringy, some are just like fucking, you know, someone looks like they got hurt real bad. Some of them are stuff that if you're squeamish, you probably don't want to look. But yeah, dude, it was a good one. Anyways.
Well, shit, we know you don't have any GMO, Uncle Chris, but what do you have today?
Oh, dude, it's like always, simple as fuck. Honestly, like, I'm just gonna say this. Sometimes originally when you guys would go on, I would get jealous. Now I'm just like, I don't get it, and it's fine. It's probably better that I don't get it because I'm super happy with basic shit, bro. But I just got some strawberry banana. I'm just finishing it up. I did grab some new shit at the dispensary, but honestly, I've already forgot what it was. I grabbed some yesterday. I already forgot what it was. I went and met up with some friends that I hadn't seen in a while, and I forgot weed at home because I had to leave home super early. And dude, I'm still so thankful, bros, that it's so easy because I was like on my way there. I'm like, yo, I just went on my phone, hit dispensary. And it's just like all these pins are dropping up on my map. I'm like, that one's on my way there. I'm just going to go there. And I grabbed like a half quarter, like alien. I think it might have been alien cookies, I think is what it's called.
Yes.
I know. I smoked a joint yesterday, though, boys. I didn't get the same, like, really disgusted feeling with myself. I think that the energy from like seeing some friends that I haven't seen, and there's a couple of people there that I haven't seen in a decade. And it was like kind of a somber day for me anyways, like what was happening. So I was okay with it. Maybe that's why I'm a bit off today. You know, like now that I'm thinking about it, like maybe that's why, like, cause I smoked like a gram joint to my face, like, which normally I would never do, obviously, because I think I've smoked weed like 3 times in the last 2 years. I Dynavap every day, but it was pretty decent. I'll have to try it in a Dynavap though.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's literally the only thing that I'm rocking right now. Just that strawberry banana, the last little bit. It's good. I like it.
It's a great strain, man.
It's a nice high.
Yeah, and I haven't ever had it as flower. I've always had it as a concentrate, but at least as a concentrate, I really do get those terps. You really do get these like sweet strawberry kind of notes, and like this. I don't know. Banana strains to me just come off a little bit earthy. They don't really come off as an actual banana, but I get like this earthy strawberry, like.
But you know what I do find though, Sean, with like the banana strains, is like it is earthy, but it also gives you like this like slight mouthfeel. It's kind of like, you know how like GMO kind of has that like slight earthy mouthfeel, and like you almost like taste it in your cheeks a little bit. It's like that same vibe for like bananas. Yeah. So I've had like banana OG or like dirty banana or even this strawberry banana. You kind of get that. Like when you kind of like I don't even know.
Yeah,
When you
no,
try to taste it, you know what I mean?
know what
like
you
when
mean.
you move your tongue around in your mouth.
No,
But yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, and I kind of get that from bananas. So I don't love the way they taste, but I don't mind them. I like them with other things.
I
for
think
sure.
I'm with you on that. Like I like a strawberry banana, but I'm not a banana OG guy. Because like
Yeah.
I often will use that similar description type when I explain GMO to people, that it's like I kind of get this like sauteed onion and garlic flavor up front. And then it's after I've exhaled, it's like that aftertaste of having a mushroom gravy. That just warm umami flavor sitting at the back of your tongue. That's just got this kind of like salty, mushroomy flavor. And I live for it.
And I get that vibe for the bananas, but I just like that mushroominess more than I like that banana.
Yeah, the bananas get this creamy note.
But it's the same like vibe, but it has a different taste. And I just think that I like the GMO.
The weirdest thing just happened, by the way. This is total side note. This mod just like lit up on my desk without me touching it or anything. And I was just like sitting here, just cleaning my banger, and then all of a sudden, at the corner of my eye, this motherfucker just goes, boop, and lights up.
I wouldn't
Without
leave
me
batteries
touching it.
not overnight, buddy. Like that.
Whoa.
The batteries come out of that when I go to sleep. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
a little
what the fuck?
Awkward. I think it'd be even scarier if the
Well,
mod
I
had
was
been
vaping
off.
on this earlier, but like the light was off.
Yeah, just a ghost chip, man.
Dude,
Also, I just want to shout out myself right now
Anyhow.
for making this coffee, because this coffee right now
Oh.
tastes so fucking good. And I got it in this little thermal mug thing. I just pop that lid, take that.
that's actually kind of cool because the lid will keep it even more. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I like
And then
that.
I still get to drink out of a mug. It's not a travel mug.
Is the handle metal too?
No, the handle is plastic.
Oh, can you take the handle off from the
It does
inside?
not appear that you can. No.
Oh, so the inside's smooth.
The inside is like a real smooth, like fucking.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
was
keeps
gonna
shit
say-
hot though.
I was gonna say that would be real dope if you sent it to Ashton and he did something cool with it. But
Oh, dude, if you made it like look like a mushroom, how dope would that be? Like just made it look like a mushroom.
I like
but
that.
dude, I wanted a cup of coffee this morning, but I totally just didn't want to fucking go out there and like make any or anything. So I just settled for a Monster Energy, which I really need to quit drinking, by the way.
Well, see, for me, I have like the single serve like coffee maker. I fill up my own pods with my own coffee.
Yeah, we
put
have
it
one of
in,
those
one
too,
thing.
bro. Like we have one of those too, and I could have done that, but I just didn't feel like waiting.
Oh, dude, mine takes like less than a minute and it's done. Like
Yeah.
I'm literally not even waiting.
I didn't
just put
even-
it in and I could like go and grab like a granola bar, and by the time the granola bar.
See, I didn't even do that because I literally got up, put some clothes on, sat in this chair, turned my computer on, and then went. I literally just
didn't
grabbed
go get
the.
anything. I got
Yeah, I didn't grab nothing.
you.
Went straight for a dab of sativa instead of.
I woke up
cup of
literally.
coffee.
I woke up to a dab because I for some reason I could not sleep last night. Besides the point, but anyways, so I slept in a little extra this morning.
Oh my God. This was my only day this week that I had a chance to sleep in extra. And I tell you what, I needed it. I mean, we start this show at what is, 2 p.m. for me. And I literally slept till noon. I was like, fuck, dude, I'm spent from this week. And I've
had a long couple weeks too, man.
Yeah, man. I'm so glad I could just, at least take a day to relax, because we talk about all the time. Like we all got to get an opportunity to blow off some steam. And I mean, things are hectic these days. And so an opportunity to just kind of like breathe and relax.
Yeah, dude, we caught a late night hang sesh with Mr. Typhon in the Discords this week, which was awesome, dude. Because
it was. But also, you guys are making me jealous because like you guys could have slept in today at the very least, and I couldn't. I didn't get to sleep in yesterday, so I'm gonna be rolling on like 10 days in a row. No, 12 days in a row of not being able to sleep in. I'm not that hyped about it. Like
But
now that
here's
I
the
just
thing,
came to
bro.
that realization.
This is what you do. You do yourself a favor and you take yourself a nap.
Yeah, maybe I'm just gonna try to actually go to bed at like a human person time instead of
that
like
too,
a pure degen like
do yourself
time.
a favor,
Yeah.
go to bed at a decent hour and maybe throw in like
Yeah,
a
man.
little, half hour power nap or something in.
I need those like 2 a.m. sign outs like, peace, everybody. It's fucking 2 a.m. Why am I still awake? I need those to stop. I need like a hard
Like
one.
even for me,
1
bro.
o'clock.
Here, Chris, let's make a deal, bro. What time are you trying to call it?
12:30.
12:30 for you, which would
9:30
make
for you.
let's do it, bro. Let's make that like a fucking plan, bro. Me and you will dip every night at fucking 12:30, 9:30.
Yes.
Because that's a decent time even for me, because that still leaves me like if I wanted to when I jump out to like an hour to like get some shit together before I go to bed and then like lay down and go to sleep and still be in bed by like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and like have a good amount of time to actually sleep. Whether or not you sleep well or not, you can't control that, but you can control what time you go to sleep.
Exactly. And then if I wanted to, I might be able to even get up a little earlier and like do a couple things before work if I need to. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like that, I like this idea.
Having time in the morning is fucking huge.
Dude,
throughout my life, whenever I've had more time in the morning, I feel like my days have always gone better. It's weird.
Yep. I'm a fan
because I don't start the
morning.
day really anxious. Because that's what would happen. I would just like wake up. I'd be like, oh my God, dude, I got to be at work in 20 minutes. And it's like a 15-minute drive. And then I'd be like fucking just going crazy, trying everything. And then by the time I get to work, I like make it just in time. But like
give me time to, maybe re-wick something, in the morning if I need to.
Oh, dude, even just like enjoy like a cup of coffee, maybe use the restroom and then fucking head out. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, dude, I definitely would like to enjoy my coffee at home before I leave because guaranteed within like the first, 10 to 15 minutes of drinking it, I might have to go, visit the head real quick.
Yeah, exactly. And then now you're set. You won't have to use anybody's washroom.
Yeah, because then I don't have to worry about
go pee.
Yeah, because then I don't have to worry about dropping a deuce at like lunchtaking at work because I've already.
And then you're like, yo, man, how am I gonna have time to do anything else?
But honestly, dude, taking a shit and getting paid for it's pretty awesome sometimes, bro.
Yeah, but dude, you can just go pee. You can go pee more times by drinking a bunch of water. Like, and it's the same amount of like, hey,
anyways, we don't need to talk about this
5 times.
I mean, look.
We're not talking about the actual event. We're just talking about how you get there.
At the end of the day, though, you're not wrong, right? Like, boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time.
Dude, I know people that would literally, they'd be like, oh, I can go out for a cigarette like without it being my break as long as I just go out for a cigarette. And like people that didn't smoke wouldn't get that opportunity.
Wait, you guys could do that?
Dude, there's been plenty of jobs I worked at, and like there'd be some people that did not smoke, and they'd be like, yo, I'm just gonna say like this is kind of bullshit because this person works like 20 minutes less than me every day, and we get paid the same amount of money because I don't smoke cigarettes. And I remember somebody saying, maybe you should start smoking then, bud. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Like, that's literally what they said to this guy. But I was like, yo, that's a real thing. Like, I guess it is a real thing. I mean, but yeah, dude, you can't help if you have to go pee. You can't help if you have to go.
I've never worked at a job that was a thing unless like you were like management or you like run the fucking place.
No, I see. I think that for me, it's because I've never worked at like a real big outfit.
So like that's a totally common thing in places like Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons or a McDonald's or a fucking a gas station, shit like that. Like 100% true story. My wife developed her smoking habit for that very reason, because
she would get more time off.
Because working at this particular gas station, she kind of picked up real quick that you could go outside when there was nothing to do and have a cigarette and get, a 5-minute break here and there. And you didn't get 15s. You didn't get a half-hour break in those jobs. So that was the only break you got to step away from the counter, was to go out and have a cigarette. And so it developed a smoking habit for her. And so 100% that is a thing, and it is bullshit And I
Yeah,
totally
dude, like,
agree.
it is bullshit, but like
Restaurants
that's
are
the way
another
it
thing
was.
like
I don't
that.
know if it's like that now, though. I don't know. Maybe like it's not like that now. I have no idea.
It still is. I mean, restaurants is totally a thing. Servers are like, oh, okay, I took care of all my tables. I'm gonna go outside and have a cigarette. Okay,
Yeah,
I took
dude,
care
if
of all
I
my
had a
tables. I'm gonna have a
job, I would
cigarette.
be like, yeah, I need to go out for a vape real quick. Like, I'm sorry. Just let me go.
I work in an industry where I can't even hit my vape on the property by town bylaw. So I actually have to wait until a half-hour break and leave the property just so I can
see, like
vape.
that. I really would not want to get behind that, but I understand that if that's how it has to legally go, that's the way it has to legally go. Then I wouldn't sneak out. I would just make it worth it on my fucking lunch break.
And
dude.
that's it. It's an optics thing, right? Like in the cannabis industry, if you see somebody smoking a cigarette or you see somebody vaping on the property of a cannabis facility, the immediate optic, whether it is or it isn't, is that they're using cannabis right there.
Oh, yeah, and like you're still not allowed.
And
to
you can't consume on
public,
property.
right?
Exactly. So it's no smoking tobacco or cannabis, no vaping tobacco or cannabis on those properties. That way, there's no question.
Okay, I just have a quick question. I'll let you finish your point, but can you let's say that you're just in a park. Can you smoke a joint, or is that illegal?
Nope.
Because like you couldn't legally drink a beer there.
You have to do it on private property.
Private property only.
Okay. All right. But now would you get busted? Like would somebody bust you for it?
Oh, 100%, because there's an equivalence to like an open container law, basically. You'd be
It's
consuming.
like just like you can't drink in a park, or you're not supposed to like drink at a public park. You wouldn't, smoke.
Yeah, but there's a difference between not supposed to doing it and like I remember going to.
Well,
like,
I'm saying it's like they're both like you're not like whatever.
Well,
yeah, like it's against the law, but like what I'm saying
people
is, like,
do
I
it.
haven't seen
Yeah,
many people get busted.
There's this whole.
Well, you would get busted out here for doing it.
There's this whole aspect, right? And I think it's weird, but it's true, right? Like in the city, if you're in Boston and you're just walking down the street smoking a joint, you could probably walk right by a cop and no one's going to bother you because you're minding your fucking business. You're not making, any scene. You're not doing anything. However, if you're sitting in the Boston Common and it's not the Freedom Rally, and it's you and a few friends standing in a circle passing a joint around, and the cop comes by, he's going to hassle you and probably write you a ticket or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, ain't nobody going to jail unless like they have like something else.
Yeah,
right.
You're not. You wouldn't be going to like jail or anything. Like,
it's probably like $100 ticket, some shit like that, because you're using this product in.
Yeah, so it's like basically the equivalent of walking down the street while drinking a beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the idea.
You ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah. And of course, like,
but it's like you got it in a paper bag or whatever,
Yeah,
so they can't really tell what it
that.
is. And it's like if you got in a joint, they could be smoking a cigarette, but.
Could be a rollie. Who knows? Who knows? Exactly.
Yeah. So very similar. That's what I was saying. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, you're not supposed to, but like
you're walking down the street with a little vape device like this guy. It could be a pod system. Who knows?
Yeah. Then you're good. No, you're not going to get butt. Like, it's like, oh my God, that person is blowing vapor. Like I need.
Yeah, exactly. But like that's
illegal. Can't do that.
It's crazy. Like you're required to be very mindful when you work in the industry of like different things, because obviously like it is a common practice for people to go on a smoke cruise, right? They'll drive somewhere and smoke a bone with their friends.
Dude, I miss doing that, man.
You when you're in that industry, man, that is something you definitely do not want to do, because if you're getting busted, that your license is gone, bro. You're out of the industry. You're never coming back in that industry if you get caught.
Well, dude, and the fact that you lose your license, like, and you're gonna pay like the most ridiculous amounts for insurance after that because you get a DUI, dude.
Like, exactly. So it's like
it's not worth it.
You have to start to be really mindful of those things. Like people argue with me all the time. Well, I travel with weed through the airport all the time, and I always tell them, listen, it's like speeding on the highway, right? Just because you've gotten away with it a million times doesn't mean it's not illegal.
Yeah. Like, you're still breaking the law. For me, just anything in my life,
because your
the least
state says they
contact I
don't
can
stop
have
you doesn't mean the
with
state that you're
police
going to is going to allow it.
is key. Like, if I can have no contact with police when I'm somewhere, I've had a fucking good time.
100%,
Like,
right?
I don't need to deal with that. It's too unpredictable.
Cops' jobs are to serve and protect, so they can serve and protect me from way the fuck over there, please, and we're good.
Yeah, like, I respect what they're doing, but I don't need to deal with them.
100%.
Like, ever.
100%. I shut the fuck up when cops ask questions.
Well, I honestly, dude, I've like never even been really asked about that. For anytime I ever get pulled over, it's like almost always like some sort of traffic infraction, like speeding or like doing like a California roll or like a stop sign.
Yeah.
I like how that's always like, that's a California thing. You know what I mean? Like the California stop.
Yep.
Because it's totally a thing out here for sure. Like I'm not fucking mad about it. I just think it's hilarious because it is so true.
It used to.
I see it every day.
Rolling stops used to be a legal thing. When I was working for the delivery company years ago, I had this old guy who was one of the delivery drivers, and he and I would chat it up all the time because, you know, I always want to get to know the old wise guys that are in any business I work for.
They got good stories, man.
100%. And they're always going to kick you the craziest wisdom at the most random time. And if I remember correctly, his name is Harry. And
Shout out, Harry.
Yeah, shout out to Harry wherever you are these days, bud. But this dude,
was his last name Johnson?
Oh
no,
God,
it's Unit actually.
Oh,
oh man, you just derailed the shit out of me.
Sorry,
yeah,
dude.
but Harry, yeah. So this older gentleman named Harry, you're like getting some wisdom, and he drops some wisdom on you.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where I was coming from with this.
Rolling stops.
Ah, yeah.
Rolling stops, yeah.
There we go. He was telling me the story of pulling a rolling stop and getting stopped by a police officer for it. And him talking with the officer and arguing that when he learned to drive, rolling stops were a legal thing. And he was arguing adamantly about it. And the kid that stopped him calls into the chief, and the chief's like, well, all right, how old is this guy? And the kid reads the date of birth over to the chief, and the chief's like, listen, he's not wrong. At the era when he was learning to drive, rolling stops were a thing that was legal for him. Let him off with a warning this time. And so, like, yeah, there was a time that I
believe it probably had to do something with the vehicles shutting off if they stopped. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, just keep going.
It was
like,
probably also just like it was treated more almost like a yield.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it's like you have to like stop accelerating, stop going full speed kind of idea.
The idea is like,
dude, like yield signs are totally different than like how people would roll a stop sign.
Oh yeah,
like, a rolling
people
stop
roll up to a stop sign and they just don't completely stop. They'll go like 1 mile an hour. That's fucking stopped. Like, let's turn.
The idea is that like you're coming up on this four-way intersection. You can already clearly tell that from all directions it's clear. And so rather than come to a complete stop, you do a rolling stop and you come to a near stop. Just in the off chance something does happen, you can actually hit the brake and come to a complete stop. So, like, to be fair, I don't see why it's a bad practice. Because, like, really, if you're just rolling through, you've watched, say, 2 other cars go through this intersection with no other cars coming in any other direction, you know it's safe for you to go through.
Yeah, like you're virtually coming to a stop. You're just not quite there. Like you literally have stopped to the point of almost completely stopping, but you still have the tiniest bit of momentum that when you let off, you just pick it back up.
Yeah, you know what?
And you're going safely. You would have looked all directions. Like that's called driving. I'm actually a huge fan of roundabouts. They started putting them in like certain areas and like newer developments, and like they're upgrading some places from traffic lights to those because there's like, I guess, less accidents or less deaths at the very least through them. Mm-hmm. And yeah, dude, I've been vibing with them.
It would be a shit show if they did more roundabouts out here because there's like 1 or 2 that I know of, and people out here don't know how they work.
Yeah.
Well,
it
if
takes
there's
time.
too many cars though, like it can't be that big. It's more like it's like a 2 lanes one way, 2 lanes the other way max.
Oh no, that's all it is. But even then, like,
okay.
it's a shit show, dude.
It can be. It can be.
People should
people
just
out
like
here-
watch a video.
People,
It's like, hey,
people out
YouTube,
here
how
are
to go through
impatient,
these.
dude, and they think like they're like number one. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh no, it's my turn, regardless of how long you've been sitting there. Like, I'm going, and you know what I mean. It's that no one lets people in. It's bad, dude. It's bad.
Yeah, there's a certain dance that goes with a roundabout, and like I'm from a land where we don't even call it a roundabout. We call it a rotary, because a roundabout is a small rotary. So yeah, like we have areas where there's literally no reason for it to be the roundabout, because the roundabout is barely enough space for 2 cars to be around the whole circle at the same time. And then we have huge ass rotaries like you're talking about, where it's like 4 lanes, 2 in each direction. And the way that they at least work it here is they actually paint directions to explain to you that, like, if you're in this lane, it's to get to this particular exit. And if you're in this lane, it's to get to this particular exit.
Yeah, the road's painted here. I don't know if it's like painted exactly like that, because I always know where I'm going, but
yeah, so it's like get into this inside lane if you want to go to the one that's like
the second turn. Or something.
2 or 3 turns around. And if you want to be at the first or second one, be in the outside. And for the most part, people understand. But again, this is a land here where it's been around forever, because
and you learn to drive in those conditions and
exactly.
Sort of shit.
It was an English concept. So when settlers came here, it was something we immediately adopted as well in road work.
Yeah, I can get down with them over lights too.
Yeah, like they work well when people know how to use them, and they do. They speed up traffic over traffic lights, because
you also get that moral boost of not being like, yo, I fucking caught like 4 red lights on my way today. No.
It's
just go through the roundabouts, man. No matter what, it's going to even out that you probably end up getting there faster than if you caught like 2 reds and 5 greens.
Yeah, the actual technical studies show that like in England, they can move twice as much traffic almost through roundabouts as you can through having lights. And that makes a difference when you're talking about, the fact that populations keep growing, and the more people we have, the more cars we're going to have. The more cars we're going to have, the more traffic we are. And that's the thing.
Congestion's already been a thing, like where in the area where I've lived for like the last 40 years, dude. So it's only going to get worse. There's going to be more and more people in like the Toronto area, and there's going to be more and more traffic, more and more cars. Dude, even with like all the carpool lanes, like there's some days, dude, there'll be like 4 cars will just like zip by you in the carpool lane in 20 minutes. Like nobody's fucking carpooling, but you're sitting in this like bumper to bumper shit. You know what I mean? Because you're by yourself. Because like even when I'm at work, if I'm driving through Toronto, I can't go on a carpool lane. I have to go through like the regular traffic lane. It's just me.
Yeah. That was always fun for me when I was doing my courier job, because I drove the Cape, which in Massachusetts is, the big tourist destination. So during the summertime,
yeah, it was probably terrible.
Yeah, I mean, winter was great, dude. You could get through areas in no time flat, but
because there's no tourists, none of that shit.
Boy, like there were little you have these little tight village areas you're trying to navigate to get to your destination, and it's like there's cars parked on the side of the road, and it's traffic in either direction, and you're just trying to squeeze by. People are popping out in between cars to try to cut across the street, and you're like, I'm going to kill somebody in this giant ass van. This is not the day for me. Please, people, do not do this to me.
Do not push me.
Like, just please let me get to my destination without running any of you idiots over. Please stay on the sidewalk, for the love of God. Please know what a fucking crosswalk is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude, some jobs.
Oh man, I tell you what, I loved that job, and if the money was right, I would do it again. But the money, I don't think would ever be right to do that job again now. Because
Dude, you know what's cool about being a courier though, honestly, is like you get to like meet some interesting people, even like some really shitty people that you meet and like they make you feel like just dirty because they're such bad people. Like you just get that vibe instantly with dealing with them for like 5 minutes. Uh, it's still awesome, man. Because like lots of times, dude, I'll see different people like all the time, and like I pick up all sorts of people's days. Some people pick up my days. It's great. It's so much better than just being at a station for my brain.
dude, I dig that. I didn't have it like that because mine was delivering the library books. So I was literally going to libraries, and I also had paychecks I dropped for certain businesses on my route. And I also, my favorite one, I had a coffee delivery I did once a week.
Yeah.
So like I would come into work on like I think it was like Monday or whatever, and amongst all my bins for the libraries and stuff would be this huge stack of coffee. And I would have to load everything up and strategically position the coffee so that way when I got to the place to deliver the coffee, I could easily access that and bring it in. But for that whole ride, my whole van smelled like fucking fresh coffee.
Dude, that's perfect.
And then of
That's
course
better
they
than
always
old paper.
yeah, then they always tip you out with a fresh cup of coffee. Like, you want a cup of coffee? Well, since you're here, yeah, fuck yeah,
It's like, yeah,
a cup
thank
of
you.
coffee. You
I
know,
love your guys' coffee.
but like, oh, that was cool.
That'd be sick because after you smell the coffee that you've been, delivering, you get to fucking have a fresh cup of it.
Yeah, dude, it's like being at somebody's house and like they're like, oh yeah, sorry, you're not staying for dinner. And the whole time you're there before you dip, all you can smell is like a roast beef and potatoes and shit baking in the oven, bro. And you're just like, yo, why can't I stay for dinner?
Yeah.
Shit.
I had some other really cool spots because like one of the places I went to was a research facility, almost on the very tip of like, I guess you'd call it the elbow of the arm of Cape Cod. Because if you ever look at the state, you can see it looks like, somebody flexing an arm. And so the people there are scientists. And so you're like right on, like, it's all like oceanography stuff that they're doing for their science. And so like you're meeting these people. And then all of a sudden you're like on another end of town, and I'm at a boat, loading a boat with bins to go to an island to make deliveries to an island. So like there was some cool stops. There were some very cool stops. I found a dope place to stop, eat lunch, and smoke weed. Oh man,
dude, I guess that's if you get used to runs, that's like one of the nice things. I kind of like the variety. So like I rarely will go to the same places back to back days. I might even go to completely different areas. So it's kind of chill for me. Keeps me sharp too. Plus, I feel like now I don't even need my phone to get to so many places that I feel like kind of elite a little bit. Like I feel like there's like not a lot of people that could like get around like I can. You know what I mean? Without a phone, like with no cell service, no problem. Got you.
With that level of knowledge, you could easily move yourself into a chauffeur service.
Oh yeah, dude, I should do like airport shuttling.
Dude, you'd be so efficient. You'd be like, oh, there's traffic. All right, hold on, watch this. Look at that. I got you there and beat 30 minutes of traffic. Here's an extra $100 tip, sir.
Tip, please. Yeah, give me that paper,
bro.
Yeah. Bro's got to buy some crypto. Let's go. Give me that paper.
I got a buddy who does that work. And this kid makes some serious money just driving town cars, taking people up and down from the airport. And like, he can pay his rent. All his bills are good. He can buy a dispensary weed. You don't need to buy.
Yeah, dude. You know what? Honestly, like if you think about it, if you just like don't claim your tips and you just bought like with all your tips crypto, and then you just like on the books everything and paid your taxes from that, dude, you know how much ADA I could have?
I mean, I'm gonna say this from a
pretty fresh.
libertarian standpoint. If somebody hands you cash hand to hand in person, that is not a tip. That's a gift. And a gift does not need to be claimed on taxes.
Oh, you know what? I guess that's true. Somebody's like, yo, you gave me a great ride. Here's a gift I'm giving you on top of what I have to pay you.
Exactly.
True that, man. Hey,
Exactly.
I wouldn't fucking claim any of that stuff. Fair enough.
Yep.
People just like me enough to gift me a bunch of things, i.e.,
that's it.
Money.
If there's a paper trail, now it's a tip. But if they just hand you a cash sum, that's a gift. They've gifted you some money, some funds, some fiat, if you will.
Yeah, dude.
And
mine fiat.
That is a gift for you to do with as you will. I often will do that for people in the waiting services in different restaurants that like
the
really,
service industry.
Like when they give exemplary service and they're like really cool people, we'll give them the cash in hand and be like, listen, this is not a tip. This is a gift. So you don't have to claim this money because I'm gifting it to you. It's not a tip.
Yeah, see, most of the time when I go to a restaurant, like it's been a minute since I went, and actually got even to pay, because last time I was at a restaurant, Will just paid for everyone. Shout out to Will. Thanks again for that. But I would always just like pay whatever the actual bill was. Like if it was like add tip, I'd say no. And then I would just leave a cash tip on the table. So if the bill is $50, I'll just leave like a 10 and a 5 on the table or some shit like that. And I would have already paid the $50 via my Interact. So like they can claim whatever they want. If they want to say that they got a shit tip and they only claim 5, if they end up having to claim, I'm not sure if they even do. I'm not sure if it works the same here. I'm sure it must. I don't know. I've never done that. I've never worked at a place that you got tips really. Yeah. Since like I was a pizza delivery driver, which was over 20 years ago.
Like I know when I last had to work for tips, like we had to actually fill out a tip sheet, and it was in a donut shop, and they actually told us like what you do is just claim like $3 to $5 each day, not the same number every day, but you know what I mean. Just vary it through that kind of range. That way, when tax season came, you wouldn't have a ton of taxes to pay on your tips. Because realistically, what each person would bring home would be, $100 or so if you were a morning crew person. You know what I mean? And that adds up really fast. I know. I just recently,
that will definitely like hit your taxes for sure.
I recently watched what tips could do to taxes and was mind blown. Yeah, when a company actually reports the tips you earn to the IRS, now you have to pay them. And
so that's like when you get tipped through like card, right? If somebody's tipping it or like on their Visa and it has that breakdown, because you have to get paid out from a different till. So yeah, that will be on record. But cash, yeah.
But yeah, when you do that cash on the table, technically speaking, it would be at the discretion of the person. And so if they are an honest person, then they're going to claim everything. If they choose to be a little dishonest, they won't. And you're right. It's completely at their discretion.
That's dishonest. I'm just going to say that's at your discretion. It's whatever you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with saying that half of the tips that you earned because nobody knows what they are, and you're comfortable with that, have at her. I'm not judging anyone.
100%.
I mean, I might judge, honestly, the person that says every single thing that they got to the cent. I'd be like, yo, you're just robbing yourself. Like, no one's going to catch you.
100%. Like, I think that's a valid point.
Throw a dab with some of this GMO fellas.
Oh, yeah. Rub it in.
Dude, I'm even jelly. I want to dab some GMO. But 100%, I don't think it should be the government's business what my tips are, or your tips
dude, because like that's extra. You know what I mean? That's not like what you're earning. Like you're getting that because
no one needs to see my tip, bro.
Yeah, like, well, actually, that's not true. Like, I think that people need to see my DHD chop tops because they're the truth. But aside from that, yes, I'll agree.
Got him. Valid.
Man, way to take my joke and like make it your own, Chris.
Hey, sorry, bro. Honestly, I was just like, because right when you said,
couldn't let me have it, bro. Couldn't let me have it.
This sea glass chop top looks so far. I have to fight for it.
I gotta lie, this just white one matches this setup so perfectly.
Yeah,
dude.
no, dude, that looks honestly, that looks flawless.
You know, that's
like flawless.
That's
the only thing that would make it better is if I had a white battery cap.
I think that'd be too much.
No, I think that would just be the perfect little touch because like it would, you know, kind of just go with that. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but I kind of like how it's like it got the bottoms all white, then the one side's really white, and then it flips back over to the other side. I kind of like that as opposed to.
I feel like it just needs one more little white accent somewhere, and I think it'd either be here or this piece that's underneath.
Yeah, that piece, that one.
That would be dope.
That would be sick.
That would be like just rockets, bro. Just to the fucking moon,
dude. And this RTA, bro. I know like a lot of people that listen may not be, you know, necessarily vapors or whatever, but dude, this tank is just so fucking banging, dude. I'm loving it.
No, man. Okay, here's the thing. I've bought so many things in my life and been underwhelmed, right? So like I love it when I see people make purchases and they fucking enjoy them because it gives me like hype. Future me will fucking be able to get something again that I'm like, yo, this is so good.
Because dude, the thing about it is like I was underwhelmed when I first opened the package because for some reason I was under the impression it was a dual coil RTA because of the size, because it's a 25.
Yeah.
But I totally didn't think about it having like an Ultim like chimney reducer situation on the inside and it being a single coil. So when I opened it up and like, you know, I was all excited. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, I got a set of, you know, some breeze tones that I'm going to throw in here or something. And it's going to be dope. And then I opened it up and look, and there's like, wait, there's only.
How do you get two coils in here?
Yeah. There's only one set of fucking post holes. Like, how do I, oh man. But then I started looking at it and I was like, well, this is actually pretty interesting because it's got like a deep juice well sort of situation. It's almost like kind of like an RDA where it's got like two slits at the very, very bottoms where as long as you like put your wicks in there and they touch the bottom and like kind of like cover those holes, you're good. And not only that, but like even if it does kind of like get a little, you know, floody or whatever, it only just kind of really fills up that little well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's just like
top airflow. So it's not like you grab your mod and it's slime sitting.
Exactly. And so maybe like slightly gurgly for a few hits, but like as soon as you vape through what was in there, it's going to just like fucking wick up pretty quick. Anyways, it's a banging little RTA, dude. Smooth as shit airflow. Like Chris says, top airflow. So I haven't had a single leaking problem with it. And the flavor is just on point, dude, with like the little chamber reducer situation. It's almost just like straight flavor in your mouth. It's amazing.
And you just got it. So that's what
I've only had I've been vaping it for like three.
Happy again.
I've been vaping it for like 3 or 4 days, and I'm just like, dude, this is really good.
Oh my goodness. Flavor is so key.
Shout out to Breeze Tones because I do have one of his triple 27s in here if you guys didn't know. And the shit is slinging like Celine Dion.
Oh, yeah. I can just picture Leonardo DiCaprio at the front of a boat right now.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Because my heart will go on, you know. I think that's a Celine Dion song. I don't know.
Yep, that was the one. That was the one.
Okay. Cool. Dab. Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of like hearts will go on, this is like very poor. It's a poor way to get there, but I'm just gonna keep on going on this train. Dude, I was actually like really disappointed and saddened, like not on like this crazy level, but like to some degree for sure, that Taylor Hawkins passed away or whatever.
Yeah,
and I was like, yo, dude, like that's so unfortunate. Like, and he was only 50 years old.
Brutal,
man.
dude.
And like Foo Fighters were still ripping. Like, I don't necessarily like, I'm not a huge fan, but
Yeah,
If it's on the
Dude, there
radio,
was a
I'll
time in
bump
my
that.
life where I was definitely a Foo Fighters fan for sure. Like I
Yeah,
listened
dude,
to a
I'll
lot
bump
of Foo
any song that
Fighters.
comes on the radio from Foo Fighters.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not mad when a Foo Fighters song comes on.
I'm a big Dave Grohl fan. You know, I just like Dave Grohl, just like as a person, not necessarily like like obviously what he's done in music is pretty fucking dope or whatever. You know, from Nirvana to fucking Foo Fighters to the Queen of the Stone Age, like all that shit. But dude, like, but there's always something about him, dude. About why am I blanking? Why am I blanking? Right, I just took a dab. That's why.
Are you talking about Taylor Hawkins?
Yes.
Okay.
There's always something about him. Like when I'd see their videos and shit and watching Taylor just back there, just fucking getting it. You know what I mean?
He always was cheesing, bro.
Always, bro. Like that was like the parts of the videos that I used to love to watch would be watching him on the set. Just fucking, because he's almost like fucking the Muppets guy. You know, animal, you know what I mean? Because he's just like kind of like all over the place back there, and his hair is just like fucking just doing its thing, and he's throwing down some sick beats, bro.
It's crazy, dude. It was really unexpected, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of knowledge about it by the time this episode airs.
Yeah, that's actually probably true because it just actually happened like 2 days ago. As the time of recording.
I did see an article this morning, preliminary toxicology reports show a lot of substances.
Yeah, no, I heard that
system.
same thing. There's like 9 different drugs.
Yeah, he had weed in his system, which, you know, no big deal, but there were opiates, there were antidepressants, there were other chemicals in his system. The other thing I will keep in mind is that he died in Bogota, Colombia.
Yeah.
I don't know how reliable of a source their medical examiner's office may or may not be.
Yeah, no, I guess that's true. I'm sure that as time goes on, like you said, I'm sure by the time this episode comes out, it'll be like more information available. But yeah, man, it's sad. It's just also one of those things that makes you realize that no matter how good things are, like there could be other things going on with you, and everybody really does have to try to take better care of themselves in every faction. And like people have to be a little bit more accountable for their friends. You know, you got to like, if you can't just not help people. I think that it's hard to help people and it's hard to like offer help sometimes, but obviously crazy things were happening with them and you never know. It's just, for me, it's always like whenever I hear someone that's like made it, for all intents and purposes, like made it, kind of like struggle or like go out like that, you're just like, oh man. For some reason, it just like hits me and I'm like, oh.
I mean, the whole Taylor Hawkins thing is especially shocking too, because I mean, they just did the whole movie thing.
Dude, they just brought out a new album, I think.
Yeah, they were just finishing up an album.
And I think that this was like closer to the beginning of a huge world tour.
They were literally in a tour. They were due to play a festival, and it was like hours before they were due to be on that apparently he was found. And so like I was reading an article about it when the news broke that people were at this festival in Colombia. It was like 11 o'clock at night or whatever. Foo Fighters were supposed to be going on, and they announced that the Foo Fighters were not going to be performing due to an unforeseen circumstance. And then roughly 10 minutes later, the news started breaking across people's phones that Taylor Hawkins.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing, right? Like phones like 25 years ago that no one would have known.
Yeah.
Now it's like instantly you can still be at the venue and nothing. Like, oh, so fun.
Yeah, dude. And so like almost immediately people started to find out that he was gone. And so like they were literally getting ready to go on stage, you know, and hours before all this happened.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, as the news continues to come out, it's going to be a heartbreaking story, I think, to hear the whole thing play out. And it's a shame, man, right? Because like it's happened a lot to a lot of people you wouldn't have expected. Like I think about Chester from Lincoln Park when I think about this. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. And I think, again, this is another reminder that we all need to slow the fuck down sometimes.
Yeah, dude, you got to take care of yourself. If there's something up, you have to at least try to address it. You know what I mean? You got to try your best. I know that some things are just beyond your abilities, but even if it's just you talking to somebody about it and like that's on their mind and they might be able to come with some sort of solution to help you, it's just key.
I mean, patience is so hard, and I think that's a big part of all of us, right? It's like we're always rushing to do things, to get somewhere, to get to the next point, to get to the next level, whatever it might be.
Yeah, dude, even for a change to happen, it's like sometimes you got to do something for a while before that change starts to actually show what it's doing for you.
100%.
People want results way too fast.
You're 100% right. And yeah, man, it's funny. I'm finding myself being reminded about that a lot, that like it's like when you slow down a little bit and you watch the process, you realize like, all right, cool, like just trust the process. It's all coming in the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, dude, sometimes you have to slow down and like long enough to like respect what you've done. You can't always just be hustling. Eventually it's going to hurt you. I mean, some people can go real long though, but sometimes it's nice just to hustle it and then slow down and take that bigger look at what's been happening. And you can find the positives of you starting that hustle paying off. And that's that motivation that some people need to just keep on going, right? And you don't get to like appreciate what you've done if you never stop. Like respect all the people that can just never stop hustling. Like respect you. That's not for me. I can't. Eventually I'll crumble.
I mean, I was watching the Haya podcast from Nigel Ung earlier this week, actually, and he was talking about how like there's this whole concept that he always grew up with in his family of this like, you're always saving for a rainy day, right? And like eventually what happens, right, is like the rainy day that ever comes, you die.
Yep.
And then what? He's like, so you need to have fun. You need to do things that make you happy. You need to blow off steam. You need to go travel. You need to go eat at nice restaurants. You need to go do those things because that is what life is for. And dude, eating at dope restaurants to me is one of my favorite things to do. If people got a dope restaurant in town and they tell me it's fire, I of course want to go find it and check it out. So to me, that's life.
Dude, for me, even though like it's like just that purchase. So I remember when I bought this computer, I was like, yo, dude, you made it. Like you made it. Like you literally have a legit fucking computer. Like in your entire life, you've never had like a really good computer. And now you have a computer that's better than a lot of people computer that are good computers. Like you spent good money for it, but you got it. Or like even do down to a pair of shoes. Sometimes it's like I might not have spent money for a couple months. Like I've not really bought that much vape gear stuff in the last like 6 to 8 months. And like I've bought a couple of little things here or there. Like I bought a brand new pair of shoes. And I felt like I was like, yo, dude, you haven't bought new.
You're saying that right now, Chris. And I'm starting
I haven't even worn those shoes, by the way, James.
I'm starting to like look around and I'm just like, yeah, dude. Because I just like looked at my computer. I was like, yeah, I got a pretty nice fucking computer.
Yeah, dude.
And I looked at my camera.
It's cool to be proud of it.
I was like, I got a pretty nice, expensive camera. And then I looked down at this new microphone. So I was like, I spent some good money on this. Like, I probably sound pretty good right now. And then I started looking around at my desk at some like the vape stuff I've got. And I'm like, you know what? I'm doing all right, man. Like I should not be complaining about.
Yeah,
like,
and you should not have the wants as hard as we all get it sometimes too. Because like, dude, when you think about it, you're like, yo.
Dude, but honestly, it's like
wanting things so much.
It's just one of those things where it's some like people say. Sometimes you kind of just got to sit back and look around at your surroundings and just take it in and be like, you know what? There's a lot of people out there that have like none to like a quarter of what you have in this, whatever your situation may be. You know what I mean? And just soak it in for a second, because I'm doing that right now. And I'm humbling the shit out of myself right now.
Yeah, dude. And sometimes you just you have to like slow
You got
down
to do
enough
that
and not
sometimes. You know what I
worry.
mean?
Yeah.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself, as
Dude,
they
that used to
say.
happen to me with my
Yes.
car all the time. Like I would walk out to my car and I'd be like, dude, your car does look fucking dope. And like every time,
Dude,
I'd
that
be
was
like,
another thing I
man,
just
I'd
thought
like
about. I was
look,
like,
I'd
you know
be
what?
like, yo,
I've got pretty much a fairly brand new car outside that, you know, runs great, you know, looks good. You know what I mean? It's got some, you know, pretty cool little bells and whistles to it.
Bro, and
Yeah,
you're not
dude.
beating the piss out of it, driving forever
Dude,
back
the
and
best,
forth
that's
for
the best
work.
part, bro. I gotta
Yeah,
tell you
dude.
what,
Oh,
man,
wow.
this
You
15
probably
minute
have, like, no
commute,
miles
bro,
on it.
has been fucking amazing, dude. And let me tell you why. Because I spent about $60 in gas yesterday. But it was $6.10 a gallon.
Yeah, that was not even 10 gallons of gas.
No, it was like
Dude, I
9
drove
and some
yesterday.
change.
I bet you that it was like 320 kilometers. So like in miles, that's probably like 200 miles. And it cost me over 30 USD to drive for that much fuel for 200
Wow.
miles. And dude, my car is good on fuel.
Dude.
I was averaging like 37 miles per gallon the whole trip.
The only thing I could think about is I drive like maybe 10 miles at most back and forth to work, maybe a few more, 15, I'd say.
Yeah, like dude, your car probably barely gets to like optimal operating temperatures.
Yeah. But like I used to think about what I used to drive back and forth. I used to drive 100 miles to back and forth to work each day. And I do
so
that
basically
5
what you're
days a
doing,
week or 4 to
you
5 days a
drive
week.
the same amount all week as you did before in one day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your gas savings, especially with the price
Is
of
going
gas
to be
going up,
astronomical.
It's gonna be huge, dude. It'll be like you're getting
maintenance
paid
costs
$5 more an
too.
hour.
Dude, that's also what I was thinking. Like, think about how many less oil changes I'm
Yep.
gonna have to do
yes,
now.
dude.
Yep.
It's gonna be like you're making more money no matter
Dude,
what.
winning, bro.
Yeah, that is a
winning.
That is winning.
Yeah. It's crazy
Dude,
when
you'll
you
be
start
saving
putting it
like
all
$50
Because not only
a
that,
week
but
on
think about
gas
how much
minimum.
how much of my time I freed up.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? I've got half
Hour
hour
and a half
commute,
minimum every day.
half hour commute there and back. You know what I mean? Compared to the 2 hours to 4.5 hours, it could be
even worse
or
than I
more,
said.
depending
Yeah,
on what
so-
traffic could be.
Yeah, basically you're killing it. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Dude.
That's mad
Love it, right?
savings.
And my dude, honestly, my mom, my fucking parents said the other day, like, you've been in a lot, kind of like better of a mood lately, and it's been nice. And I was just like, honestly, I didn't know what to say because I didn't really think about it. But honestly, I think part of it is I haven't been stuck in traffic as much, so that doesn't stress me out. You know what I mean? Like I've kind of been really enjoying like what I'm doing. It's hard work or whatever, but it's like. It's not like rocket science, you know what I mean? And I don't mind breaking a sweat, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You don't mind working.
I don't mind
Plus,
working
dude,
with my
you
hands.
probably
Like
stress way less because you don't have to get there as early.
Exactly,
and you don't have
dude.
far to go.
And one of the things too is like I've got a pretty good work ethic. That's one thing I pride myself on. Like when I'm at a job, is like I try to do the best that I can when I'm there because I want to feel good about the work I did when I go home that day. You know what I mean? Be like, money. I did a good job today. You know what I mean? Regardless of what everybody else did, I did a good job today. You know what I mean? I want to feel like that when I go home. And it's just been a good situation, man. I think it's been good for me.
No, it's dope.
I've needed to change. Not only that, but I'm also starting to change like other things. You know what I mean? I'm trying. Like we agreed earlier, trying to, make sure I get a better night's sleep. You know what I mean? That way I can get up with enough time to get to work. So I'm not worried about being late or anything like that, which I haven't been, which is awesome.
Dude, this is the thing, right? The more of the little things you can take care of, the big things just follow themselves.
Yeah,
like
exactly, dude.
You know what I mean?
It's just like changing the little things that like I feel like are the part of the ritual that's caused the issues that I run into. It's like these are things that I know I do all the time that are easily things that I could change that could probably make a big difference down the line. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of times it's the simple things that cause the biggest problems. You know what I mean? because it's the things that you continuously keep doing, and then obviously keep getting the same results. You know what I mean? It's like the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So it's just like, I'm starting to try to, make those changes instead of being like, oh, it's the world against me. No, dude, it's probably me.
Yo,
you know what I mean? I'm probably self-sabotaging myself without realizing it. You know what I mean?
You are always going to 100% be your biggest competitor, and that's something that I'm beginning to learn myself.
I have been in all aspects of my life when it comes to anything that I do, but I also think that I'm also one of the things that's holding me back the most, because I continue to do things self-consciously or just like religiously, like throughout the day, that I don't think really matter, but at the end of the day they really do. You know what I mean? And they do make an actual difference if I do go about it differently, or just stop doing those things. You know what I mean?
All of those habits stack up, and it's all about setting good habits, because
it's all about growing older and growing wiser. You know what I mean? I'm in my I'm in my 30s now, man.
I was gonna say, you are in your 30s, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's about that time, dude. It's about that time, grow up, start doing things different. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, though, man. Like it's one of those things. Like you start,
as much as I don't want to accept it, you know what I mean? Because I'm still, we all like to say we're still that kid at heart, and you know what I mean. I am. You know what I mean? I'm still, that I just want to, have fun, do my thing or whatever. But at the same time, there's times where you got to sacrifice that, and you got to do other things, and it's at the end of the day, it's for the better.
It's when you find out that doing your own thing can be other things too, right?
Yeah.
Like exercising,
or eating healthier,
exactly.
And like I'm honestly, one of the things I'm going to start doing, because I've been having a lot of like joint issues and stuff, is like I'm going to start eating more regularly, and like kind of get on like a vitamin regiment there for a little bit, just until I start kind of feeling a little bit better about, just because, dude, I feel like part of it is I'm probably just deficient on some shit. And that's probably why, like, vitamin D is probably one of the biggest things. So I don't really spend any time outside. I'm either in the house or I'm inside the shop at work. So I don't really ever spend any time in the sun. So I'm probably lacking a little bit of that, from some sunlight, and probably some other things, because I eat terribly, as you guys know. I just eat a bunch of junk. But I'm starting to change that, starting to eat more, regularly, eat more like meals instead of snack foods. Not as much fucking shit from the freezer. Like I made myself a nice sandwich yesterday with some nice cold cuts, even though it's still, cold cut meat, which isn't necessarily the best, but it's better than a fucking microwave burrito or fucking pizza.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say.
But I'm taking steps, guys. You know what I mean? I feel like we all should.
Well, like that's
definitely.
Like, I am a big fan of.
You guys are part of that. Like I see you guys making changes and doing different things, and so, I need to start, doing some things for myself. Like Chris has like been on this whole meal prep thing, and like he's been loving it, and he's like, dude, he's like, I think it's it's working for me. And it's like, you're getting into, like the whole, doing like some more exercise and, hydration. And that was another big thing. I've been drinking a lot more water lately, which honestly does make me feel a lot better. And yeah, dude, I think this is one of those times where it's like, okay, I really need to start, just making some changes and sticking to them instead of just doing it for like a week and like giving up on it,
Yeah, man. Don't get the fucking
I'm getting complacent, boys, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah, don't get the sub, get the chicken Caesar wrap. You know what I mean? Don't get the fucking fried chicken, get the grilled chicken.
Here's the thing,
little
bro.
changes
For me,
like that can make all the difference.
For me, dude, it's at this point, like it doesn't really matter what I'm eating. I could do with anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm skinny as shit, and I could honestly do for a little weight gain for a second, and then I could worry about that, so it don't really matter. But I just need to start making sure I'm eating more regularly and eating a good portion at a good time and not just
Dude,
like
eating
because my problem is, dude, is
man.
it's like I've kind of realized it as like I sort of like intermittent fast because like I don't eat anything from like the time I wake up till about the time I get home from work, and then I just fucking binge, dude, and I just eat a bunch of junk and a bunch of shit, and you know what I mean. That's what I do, and that's not necessarily good. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I need to, you know, maybe grab, you know, a little something to eat in the morning to, you know, get some fuel for my body, you know, to get the day started. You know what I mean? Because I do, you know, put in some pretty hard work, you know what I mean? And I need to eat a little something at my lunchtime, you know, to give myself a little bit of fuel again, instead of going throughout the entire day, burning all this energy without any fucking fuel. And then just like fucking loading up on all this shit and then going to sleep. Because that's not good.
See what I started doing.
I need to flip the script. Do it the opposite way, maybe.
What I started doing to try to get the whole like food in me in the beginning of the day thing was I started just getting those protein shakes, right?
Dude, that's honestly one thing I need to start doing. I have a hard time doing a lot of those. Like, I need to like get like maybe some of the pre-made like drinks that like you can just grab.
That's what I did. I go to the gas station, making them at home. I go to the powders, gas station, dude, and I buy that.
I have a hard time drinking the powders, dude, because the chalkiness is hard for me.
Dude, you can order from Amazon. There's these things called Carnation Liquid Breakfast, and it has like a 23 vitamins and all this shit. And no joke, it tastes like a chocolate milkshake, a vanilla milkshake, or a strawberry milkshake. And like, I can fucking handle that within 15 minutes of being awake. Just having it with a vape, like
dude, one thing I used to do is some people don't like them.
Start drinking them.
But what I need to probably start doing again too is like some people don't like it, but I used to drink a V8 every morning, like a nice can of V8.
But like, yeah, even something like that would be fine. I think that these milkshakes are fire compared to that, but hey, that's just me.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why, dude. It's one of those weird things that's like I don't like tomatoes raw or anything like that. But for some reason, I think it was one of those things I think I used to watch my dad drink when I was a kid. And I really my dad was like, you know, I looked up to my dad a lot when I was a kid. So I was like, oh, my dad drinks V8. I need to drink V8. You know what I mean? He drinks it, I drink it. And then I think I didn't even like it probably when the first few times I did it. And then after time, I just kind of, you know what I mean?
Developed a taste for it.
And I don't think I ever realized why until like right now. Like, I think that's probably wise. Cause I know my dad was the only person that drank it really in my house.
Even those naked smoothies, man, like one of those from the gas station.
The mango ones are fire.
They bang, dude, and it's exactly what you're looking for. It's all those right nutrients. Just
I need to switch those out for this. Switch this out for one of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that or even what I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe you can't. Can you not handle dairy in the morning or something?
No, not usually.
See, I like that core power. The core power is.
I'm starting to notice, bro. I can't handle a whole lot of dairy, bro. Like cheese is okay.
There might not even be that much real dairy in it because like it comes in like a juice box, like with a little crack lid.
No,
like you know what I mean. So like
I mean like actual really dairy for me though. Like because like I could do like a lot of cheese doesn't really mess with me too much, but like if I do like a lot of like milk or like stuff like that, it sits real heavy, dude, and it kind of you know what I mean.
I'm telling you,
I wouldn't say I'm lactose intolerant, but like
I would try that core power if you can find one in your local gas station. It's made by the Fairlife people, so it's lactose free milk, but it's made with real milk, so it's just triple filtered. Shit tastes like banging chocolate milk, and it doesn't give me the fucked up stomach. I even actually. Gentlemen, you ready for this? This is crazy. And of course, it's coming at the end of the show. So we're about to talk about food, right? I actually ate a bowl. Too. I actually ate a bowl of cereal for the first time in years the other night.
Oh, really?
What was it?
I bought one of those like single serve Apple Jacks.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Dude, honestly, Apple Jacks are slept on, bro. Like I haven't had Apple Jacks in a long time, dude, but I feel like they're kind of slept on. Yeah, I've seen those around, dude.
Yeah, dude, you should try them once, even just see if you like them. But because honestly, dude, they only have 10 grams of they have 10 grams of protein, 26 vitamins, and like it's not crazy high in sugar. But it'll just like give you that start and that extra energy in the morning without making you maybe feel sick to your stomach. Because like most people can drink something in the morning, but
yeah, I have a hard time eating in the morning, dude. Because
so like if you drink it, It's just like an enriched,
dude, that's the thing, is like
milk.
But here's the thing, when I say that when I drink one of these a day, it's like right now I kind of pounded it just because I was thirsty as shit because it's the first thing I had. But usually I'll crack one of these and I'll drink it throughout the day. I won't drink a whole one, or I won't just fucking pound one. Like I'll crack it, take a couple sips on my break, put it in a refrigerator, come grab it on my lunch break, take a few more sips out of it, put it in the refrigerator, and then usually
like this I would not suggest. Like once you open it, you should probably finish it.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, like,
cooler.
I'm not one of those guys that sits there and just pounds these things all day.
I know
It's like I'll have one and I'll drink it throughout the day and not just like one fucking, so I'm not fucking shocking my body with all that fucking caffeine and shit all at one time, because it's too much if I do that. Like right now I'm probably going to be pretty amped because I fucking pounded that shit. But I was thirsty as fuck. I honestly should have grabbed a water before we started this. I need to make sure I have some of those in my mini fridge, because I always the problem is I drink them so fast when they're in there because they're nice and cold.
Waters?
Yeah. I put them in there and then I just keep grabbing them and fucking.
Yeah, you just stock it up. When you get down to 2, just move those like out, load up the rest.
Well, the thing is, I grab like 4 or 5 of them at a time, and then I fucking just like pound them. And then I gotta go grab another 4.
Well, that's you know what? That's an all right problem to have. That means that day you're incredibly hydrated. Yeah, you can't always be that hydrated.
I gotta pee a lot on those days. But anyways, that's a totally different subject.
Water. Drink that water.
Dude, you know what I'm doing today? I haven't done it in a while, but I'm making myself some fucking waffles, boys.
Nice.
I'm about to do a nice baked chicken and stuffing gravy.
I'm gonna make myself, one nice waffle, and then I'm gonna make another one, cut it in half, and make one of them PB&Js, dude.
This morning I actually went to this Lions Club breakfast, and it was fire. And honestly, even right now, I was there 6.5 hours ago, and I'm still so full because, dude, they had like flapjacks or pancakes, whatever you want to call them.
Same thing.
Sausage, bacon, toast, scrambled eggs, fresh fruit, yogurt.
I got this
OJ coffee. It was fire.
I got a breakfast question that might be a debate depending on what you choose. Are you a sausage link or a sausage patty guy?
I'm a sausage link guy if I'm not having it on a sandwich. If I'm having it on a sandwich, I'm down with the patty. If I'm not, I want a link.
Okay. What about you, Sean?
Why would you have the patty if you weren't using it in a sandwich?
See, this is where me and my dad go back and forth. Because my dad is a patty guy. He at breakfast, even if it's just, a regular bacon and egg breakfast, you know what I mean? No, whatever. He wants sausage patties.
Yeah. I'll eat it, but that's not
I don't
what
mind
I want.
it, but I prefer links 100%. Because then, dude, because I usually get something that involves, syrup. So I like dipping my sausage links in the syrup and eating. Oh, dude, maple syrup with some sausage links, bro.
All right. I just figured out though exactly. I think I know why your dad. I think I know why your dad's into the patty though, because of that char that you can get across. the patty surface. I think you get more of that crust on the outside.
It's definitely a bit more salty, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's another reason, because my dad's he loves salt, bro.
So if he gets the sausage, just the ground sausage you get in a tube that you use for biscuits and gravy, he'll just cut that in slices and then pan fry the slice. Is that what he likes?
No, he'll
Do you guys get sausage in that, in those weird little
rolls,
like a roll? Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't just slice it and throw it on there. No, he'd take some.
Oh, he'll hand make it.
Yeah, he'll hand make a patty.
Oh shit! I've had people's dads, especially, they would just get that full roll, and then they just throw it on a flat top in their house, and they'd griddle it all up, and then they'd serve it. So it'd be that little puck. It'd be a little puck of sausage. You'd just cut the tube into 15 pieces or whatever. You know what I mean? And then he'd fry it. So, because he'd be yo, they already have it pressed together. Why am I going to hand press it? Like that's like
No, my
attitude,
dad.
you know?
No, that's not my dad, bro. He wants to
I
get
actually
in
can
there.
vibe with that like technique though, because it does allow you to cook everything really well, easy, and it's not like as messy because you don't have to touch that with your hands. You just kind of like use it with the knife, cut it, and then just flop it on the frying pan with the knife. And you're
See, if I'm cooking sausage patties, I'm literally buying the pre-made sausage patties, and then I'm just going plop, 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 done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get
Yeah,
the
I see.
sausage
I just
meat.
like the links, bro, because you can literally just fucking open the package and just roll them bitches off the fucking thing.
Oh no,
with
like
the
I
fucking
prefer
thing.
those. And honestly, dude, like when you go to a breakfast place where they deep fry those are fire.
Yeah.
I've never
Like
had.
fire.
I don't know if I've ever had those.
What?
I don't
Dude,
know
I'm
because
pretty
most
sure
of
you were
ours.
at Denny's. Did you have any at No, you didn't. When we were at Denny's in Ohio, the sausage
I
links
didn't
I
go
got
to
were deep
Denny's
fried.
with you guys. We didn't go to Denny's. We
Or
went
not
to
Denny's, Bob Evans. Sorry.
yeah, I had sausage. They were deep fried. You think?
The sausages were, but did you have biscuits and gravy or you just had sausage?
I had like their fucking like it was like a sort of like a skillet sort of thing where I had like
no,
eggs,
the
hash browns, and all
actual
that.
physical links were deep fried.
Yeah, I had those too.
Yeah, then they were deep fried.
Oh, most of the time I think they're just pan fried because that's how I always cook my sausage, just pan fry it.
Yeah, well, that's the way that I'll cook it at home. I don't have a deep fryer, so I have no options. But whenever I get it, because then it's really crispy everywhere around the entire thing. No matter how good you are at in your pan, you have to be so vigilant to get like 90% of it crispy.
But usually
Before it
when I'm
starts to
cooking them at
burn.
home, I don't usually get like the sausage that's like got like the casing really. It's usually just like the
Oh, you get like
patty,
the weird
that's-
Jimmy Dean kind of like throw them in the microwave.
Farmer John, bro.
Okay.
Good old Farmer John sausage because it's pretty much like your sausage patty, but just in a link form.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
ones that are like made. I get
like
the ones
those,
that are
dude.
butcher made.
No, I love those.
local
I love
grocery
that kind
store.
of breakfast
Yeah.
But
sausage.
it
But
has
we
a
don't.
casing though.
I've never had. Whenever I buy sausages at the grocery store, I usually just grab those because that's just what I grew up with at the house. You know what I mean?
I
So,
always
like,
think
that's
that
what I
those
grab.
are all right, but like I always wish that I
Dude,
had got
that
the
shit
fresh
with maple
one.
syrup though is so much better, bro, because it soaks into it. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't have
'Cause
to.
it's dry.
No, I'm just saying because there's no casing on it. You know what I mean? So it
okay.
soaks into the sausage.
But it's
Yeah,
the
but
snap
if you
of the
cook a
casing.
sausage good, dude.
No, but I do
casing
enjoy the
kinda
snap
has
of the
like
casing,
little
too.
cracks in it.
I just enjoy breakfast sausage in any form. To be honest, it
Yeah,
doesn't
dude,
matter.
honestly, any breakfast meat is fire. other
Yeah.
than
Oh,
spam.
dude, ham, bro.
Dude, ham in a frying pan.
Mm.
Oh, dude, even like that real thin steak and eggs, like every so often I like.
See,
steak
I'm
and
not a
eggs.
big steak and eggs guy, though.
Every so often, like maybe.
Not saying I
10% of the
don't. I
time.
wouldn't do it. It's just like it's not my favorite. Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm
I can get
honestly a
behind it.
big like pancake.
All right. What about
French toast.
steak and eggs though? If it's like a New York strip with a side of eggs,
I'm just usually not in
If it's
for a big
really
old.
thin.
I'm usually just not in for a big old piece of meat first thing in the morning. You know
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
why like I find if it's like really thin and like you can't cook like steak and eggs for breakfast, too rare. Like medium is probably the lowest you can go because that's how thin I like the steak.
so you're not fucking with somebody giving you like a T-bone or a porterhouse. And
No,
a side
dude,
of,
no,
fried
like a
eggs.
small like piece of like strip loin.
See,
or, like,
for me,
something
like in the
that.
morning, like I'm more of like
thin.
I'd rather have like a nice portion of eggs and hash browns and like, you know, a side of like some, you know, some sausage and bacon. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's like my breakfast. I
I'm
can't
not a
do,
steak
like,
and eggs guy either. So I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
You know what I wonder? Like,
Not
why
saying I wouldn't
you know
eat
these
it, like if it
places
was
you
put
go
in front of
to-
me, because like I love fucking steak, but like I would
Right.
rather prefer, you know, more like of a lighter breakfast.
Maybe steak tips in an omelet.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
Okay,
I
I
could
need
go
to
that
ask you guys
far.
a
Because dude,
question now.
I fuck with breakfast burritos hard, dude. And if you want to like maybe throw like a couple pieces of like some carne
shaved steak.
asada,
Yeah, and
or
a
like
breakfast
maybe some
burrito.
fucking dude
fuck
chorizo and
with
a
that.
fucking burrito.
Okay. Have you guys ever been to like a breakfast restaurant where when they bring you your breakfast, they put garnishes on there that people will eat? So they'll put like lettuce and tomato on there, or like some places will put on like an orange slice.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Dude, I don't understand any of those things.
I'll eat the
What do
fruit.
those things have to do with breakfast?
I'll eat the fruit. Fuck it. Like, give me the orange slice. I don't understand the like lettuce and tomato. I've never seen that, but like when they put like a piece of
like the little
orange or
parsley
whatever,
and an orange slice.
They'll put maybe a piece of tomato as opposed to like lettuce, maybe.
Dude, I always thought it was funny though.
That's gross, bro.
When you get your breakfast and there'd be like the tiniest little piece of parsley and an orange slice on it. I did think that was kind of funny. It's like, why?
Yeah, dude, it's so weird.
But it's a garnish, dude. It's just to make it look. I know, but some people would
be like, "Yo, you gonna eat your orange?" I'd be like, "Hell no."
The like, orange.
Yeah, I used to eat them when I was a kid, dude. But like now, it's just like whatever.
Oh, I never ate it as a kid.
Well, it's just I loved fucking like oranges when I was a kid, dude.
It's a palate cleanser.
I remember oranges was like when you were a kid playing soccer, and it'd be like halftime. They'd be like, "Oh, orange slices here."
Dude, I used to love that shit, bro.
Yeah, man, it's a palate cleanser.
I used to love
all that maple syrup,
dude. Like just apples, oranges,
maple syrup palate cleanser.
Yeah, I'm saying like after you've eaten all that, like your fucking pancakes and your waffle and all your meat, all that salt and the maple syrup and everything. You take a bite of that orange.
Bro, I want to make some waffles, man. Fuck,
you are hungry. Going to. You're already committed.
I know, dude. I'm just thinking about it right now, and it's just making me more and more excited. You said it live to
us that you were gonna make them, and you've already planned out how you're gonna make them. So you're set, bro.
It's perfect timing for us to bring it to a close, then, gentlemen, so that we can get waffles and chicken and all that shit popping. So, ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you to everybody who stays tuned into us all the time. I'm gonna send it around to the boys to go ahead and sign out, starting with Uncle Chris. Let it rip.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you guys had a good time. I didn't come in like super on point because I just felt off, but I'm starting to like turn it around a little bit. I don't know if it was the conversation or just the fact that I got like pretty high. Could be that. Either way, I'm feeling better now. So thanks for being along for the ride. Okay. So we've said it a bunch of times, but I'm going to say it again. Shedtimepodcast.com. Go check it out. We have all of our sponsors there, a bunch of stuff, past guests, their medias, our social medias, all that stuff, including our Patreon, which I'm still super pumped that, one of our patrons walked away with that dope ass custom coded unicorn mod. Whew. And congratulations again, Matt, because you do know as of now. So congratulations. Look forward to some of the future ones and seeing who wins those. So anybody that does want to check that out, feel free. Plus there is a pretty good discount on there for my site, which is unclechris.testinggrounds.com. If you guys want to try any of my, I'm just going to say it's like a dessert factory. Just come on and check it out and use the coupon code Shedtime. That's one of those coupon codes that you might be able to find on shedtimepodcast.com. And then you can check me out on Tuesday nights on KBTV's YouTube channel for Mixing It Up. Just me and three dudes that like to mix e-liquid and chat about it. And lots of times we have a laugh. It's a chill time. Anybody that's like interested at all in DIYing your own e-liquid, you should probably just come by, check it out. Give us a follow over there on ELR Recipes. And then also you can catch James, Sean, and I on Friday nights on French Shanklin Vapors YouTube channel for the Green Room. And it's at 8:00 as well. Always just kicking back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our last week's episode because it was something different. And yeah, I think that I'm finished now. So I'm just going to say, live your best life. I almost blanked on that one. Live your best life, people. Frames, take it away.
All right. So shout outs to all you Shedheads for tuning in and hanging out with us. We appreciate all of you guys. Hopefully you're having a great weekend or a great week, I should say, because it's probably the start of your week as you're listening to this. So get ready to kick some ass this week and then, enjoy your weekend after the fact. Before that, you can catch us on Friday night, like Chris said, on my YouTube channel for the Green Room. We do build-offs. We do Shedhead sessions. We do all kinds of cool stuff. We got a new segment that we might start doing pretty soon where we, do a little, tech talk with some people, kind of help them out with some issues they may be having with some vape devices or atomizers or whatever. So if you guys have some problems, send us an email, greenroom.shedtime@gmail.com. We might be able to help you out. Other than that, you guys will catch us here doing the same thing. You can also catch some vape reviews on my channel as well if you guys are interested in that. But other than that, we'll be here in the shed, bringing you guys some, random conversations, some great topics. If you guys have some ideas, go over there to shedtimepodcast.com. Go hit that comment section. Send us some ideas you guys would like to see us do here on the show, as well as check out all of our amazing sponsors, as well as that Patreon link. If you guys want to see the whole video side of the podcast, because, sometimes you get to, see what we're getting down on as far as, cannabis goes, vape wise. And, sometimes we do some funny shit that you guys get to miss out on if you're not watching. So go check that out. Other than that, I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives. And as always, let's just shed time our faces off. Sean.
Well, here we are at the end of another one. And thank you to everybody who is constantly tuning in. We love you all. Big shout out to all the patrons. You guys are true MVPs for real. So I'll tell you what, man, shedtimepodcast.com. You can find links to everybody and everything. It's that simple. So with all that, I'm coming to the close like I always do. Remember, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, be sure to have some fun. It's the Shed Time Podcast, and we're about to roll on up and roll on out.
Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right. Your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out dynavap.com to learn more. That's dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton at Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work. He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sean Tyven, the Angry Hippie, and I'm back at it again. We're here today to talk about Unicorn Vapes Inc., a fantastic Canadian company who's making outstanding vape hardware. If you're looking for a fantastic, high-quality mechanical device or an excellent RDA, and you're looking for it at a fantastic and affordable price, look no further than Unicorn Vapes Inc. You can get your Unicorn Vapes Inc. products at areliquid.com. That's areliquid.com. Check them out today.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezestone coils. Breezestone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Solid. Dude, I was about to do it. You started like a smidge before me.
I was so high I had to eat this pack of Reese's.
Dude, I don't blame you. If I had some sitting here, I would eat them too.
Oh, man. Munchies like a mom.
Dude, the last sip of coffee from that mug was still warm.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying that it's like the most thermal thing on the planet, but The fact that I was just drinking it and I put it down for like 10 minutes and then I take
Yeah, if
another
I had to
sip,
cut
it
during
was-
the podcast, it would have been cold by the end.